And good morning to you. If you're driving today, starting to see a couple crashes popping up. We're following this one here for drivers through Tampa, Hillsborough Avenue at Sunforest Drive, and some slowdowns building along portions of I-4 and 275. Another look at those drive times in moments. Courtney?
And as you are getting the kiddos ready to head to the bus stop this morning, mid-50s out there. It is chilly, so make sure they have the sweatshirts with them. For the afternoon, though, temperatures in the upper 60s to low 70s. We will hold on to mostly cloudy skies, but our forecast has some big changes on the way starting tomorrow. I'll have the full details on weather impact alerts for the rain and then the cold in just a few minutes. More subtle, but back half of the week, big time changes. Today we have a front that's stalled to our south that's actually going to start to retreat north a little bit. What that's going to do for us today is give us mostly cloudy skies and maybe a spotty shower. But then our next cold front comes through. This is a stronger front Wednesday night into Thursday. Those are our next weather impact alert days. Rain Wednesday into Thursday morning, and then the weather impact alerts for the cold air Friday into Saturday. And I'm talking the coldest air of the season. A live look outside over St. Pete. The Trop all lit up in all of its glory there. 54 degrees, a little warmer because of the cloud cover out there. So that is doing us a little favor, although it is still chilly out there. You will need a light jacket stepping out. 59 in St. Pete, 55 in Tampa, 54 in Wesley Chapel, 57 in Sarasota, 52 in Newport Richey and in Dade City, 50 in Crystal River, 58 seems to be the warm spot over in Sebring this morning. If you're going to get up and at it, maybe get some exercise done. Already seeing a few people getting their jog in here on Bayshore. 56 through the morning hours, and then as we head into 11 o'clock, maybe a spotty shower at this point with temperatures in the low 60s. And this afternoon will be nice and mild. Temperatures in the upper 60s to low 70s, which is ultimately where we'll top out today. Notice some of our inland communities, Polk County into Hardee County, Highlands County, mid to upper 70s today, so approaching 80 degrees. But the closer to the water you are, you'll top out in the upper 60s to low 70s. But that's going to be the warmest will be over the next 7 days. Taking you through Futurecast again as that front lifts north. Can't rule out a stray shower. Here's a look just before lunchtime. Spotty shower possible. We'll hold on to that possibility through the early afternoon. So while you don't need the umbrella today, don't be surprised if you feel a light sprinkle. Tomorrow, ahead of our front, we'll have the chance for a few showers along the nature coast and then widely scattered showers potentially for that evening commute across the Bay area. So across the Tampa and St. Pete area tomorrow evening, you want to take your time on the roadways. Best chance for rain is actually overnight while a lot of us are asleep. You may hear a few rumbles of thunder wake you up as well. And then Thursday morning's commute, the chance for scattered showers continues, especially along and south of I-4. So the roadways could be a little wet Thursday morning. And then it's all about the cold once we get rid of the rain. Feels like temperatures, because the breeze is going to pick up too. Upper 20s to low 30s Friday morning. It'll struggle to feel warmer than the 50s through the day on Friday. And we're talking low to mid 50s. Saturday morning, also a weather impact alert. Look at the wind chills staying in the low to mid 30s. It is going to be cold. If you have any 5Ks or anything going on early Saturday morning, you got to prepare for that. Our cold stays in the extended forecast. Look at this. Upper 30s to low 40s even to kick off next week. You'll need the jackets and you just need to keep them handy. Light chop on the bay today. Seas 1 to 2 feet for that marine forecast. Warmest day today before it's all about the cooler temperatures. Highs in the upper 50s to low 60s all the way through next week with those increasing rain chances Wednesday night into Thursday. All right, now it's time for a check of the roadways with Sarah Rosario.
Thank you, Courtney. Looking at traffic. Hello, St. Petersburg. Looking okay right now. No major issues for our drivers as you're going to be getting by on 275 and 175. It's getting busy out there. All normal for this time of day, though, as the sun starts to rise. We're getting a clear picture of our roadways, and we are tracking some delays and cancellations over by the airport this morning. Not major, only about a handful of delays and only one cancellation so far. A couple crashes are popping up as we're starting to see these delays building along southbound 275. This one off of Hillsborough Avenue. This is near Sunforest Drive, and we got some traffic here as well as a crash not far from the Selman Expressway and US 301 for our drive through that portion of Hillsborough County. Here's a closer look at that. 78th Street, Selman Expressway, exit 12 for our drivers there. Also seeing stop and go traffic along State Road 60 for drivers through Brandon. I leave you with this crash eastbound if you're headed towards Orlando this morning near County Road 557 with building delays along 27 and 17 for our drivers this morning that portion of Polk County.
All right, thank you, Sarah. Soccer fans, listen.
Nope. Everyone.
So listen to this. When the dogs are registered and swabbed, owners also get insights about their dog's breed and their health background as well. Registration runs around $58 per dog, while a waste sample clocks in $140 each. And we were talking about this. Some places that you move into make you give your dog's DNA.
Really?
Just interesting. So that's how they found out.
That's probably why. Did your HOA fees go up?
Yeah,
That might be
that
why
might be
as
it.
well.
Yeah.
Just pick up after your dogs. Look, it's
Yeah.
the kind thing to do. It takes
Please.
5 seconds. Please, yeah, please. Well, you know, the dogs might need the sweaters later this week.
Yeah, they
I
are.
know mine is ready. So my dog Colby loves his sweater though. So
Okay.
he doesn't give me a hard time about it. But
Like
it
a little
is
warm
about
little
to-
hug for him.
It is. It's about to get really cold, everyone. Let's talk about our forecast pattern over the next several days. We'll start with today. The front that moved in on Sunday is currently stalled to our south. It's actually starting to retreat north and will continue to do so through the day. What's that going to do to our forecast? It's going to trap in some moisture to give us mostly cloudy skies and the chance for a spotty shower. But then, of course, our stronger front moves in tomorrow night into Thursday, giving us those weather impact alerts for Wednesday and Thursday for the rain, but then the cold air that follows Friday into Saturday. Here's a live look outside. There's those mostly cloudy skies I was talking about. 55 in Tampa, 56 in St. Pete, 54 in Clearwater. Definitely not the prettiest beach day, but I've seen a couple people getting their steps in out on the coast this morning already. Temperatures are chilly area-wide, so it wouldn't be a bad idea to grab a light jacket heading out the door. We're at 52 in Dade City and in Brooksville. We're at 56 in Lakewood Ranch, 55 in Port Manatee, 54 in Bartow, and 55 in Frostproof. High temperatures today, upper 60s north of town. Will be in the low 70s for Tampa and areas south. Look at Polk County, Highlands County, Hardee County. Low to mid 70s today. You'll be the warmest spot, and this is going to be the warmest day over the next 7, so you have to take advantage of it. Let's take you through Futurecast and talk about that low-end rain chance today and then the greater rain chances the next couple of days. Here's a look just before lunchtime. Spotty shower possible across the Bay Area, and just a few light scattered sprinkles will be possible through the early afternoon. Definitely not a reason for an umbrella, but if you're driving and you see a few raindrops fall on your windshield, don't be caught off guard. Going into tomorrow, a few showers possible ahead of our front. Here's a look around 2 o'clock. Up towards Citrus County, maybe even Hernando County, a few showers possible. And then for that evening commute, it is possible that a batch of rain moves right over the Bay Area. Here's a look just before 6 o'clock. So prepare for the chance for rain for that evening commute, especially along and south of I-4. Most of the rain along our front moves in overnight. So while we're asleep, you might even hear a rumble of thunder if that wakes you up. But the biggest impact will be while most of us are sleeping, which is the good news. However, going into Thursday morning, we will still have the chance for a few scattered showers, again, mainly along and south of I-4. Here's just before 7, and that could make the roadways a little wet, especially from that overnight heavy rain as well. So we just want to give you that heads up that you might need to take some extra time, especially Thursday morning from the rain overnight into the morning hours. Behind that, the cold air rushes in, and it's going to be breezy. Look at Friday morning's wind chills. We're talking mid to upper 20s for our inland communities and areas north, low 30s for Tampa. So it is going to feel quite literally freezing Friday morning. And then through the afternoon, it's going to struggle to feel warmer than the low to mid 50s across the area, and even on Saturday morning. So for all of my people who get up really early to maybe go get your exercise in or set up for all the farmers markets in the area at 8 o'clock, it's going to feel more like the 30s across Tampa, low to mid 30s inland. Look at Dade City Saturday morning, potentially feeling below freezing. So get the coats ready. You're going to need them for Friday and Saturday morning. We'll have another fairly dry front move in on Sunday, 10% chance for rain Sunday, and that's just going to reinforce that cold air and prolong our cool stretch of weather. Next Monday, we'll have upper 30s to low 40s to send you back to work and school. So what this means is you got to keep the jackets with you because this cold is sticking around for a little while. Marine forecast will show you light chop on the bay, seas 1 to 2 feet today if you want to get out on the water. 7-day shows. The warmest day today, enjoy it, low 70s, and then it's all about the 50s and 60s with the weather impact alerts for the rain Wednesday night into Thursday, waking up in the 30s Friday, feeling like the 30s Saturday morning, mostly dry with highs in the low to mid 60s Saturday through Monday. All right, now it's time for a check of the roadways. Sarah Rosario's got you covered on traffic.
All right, good morning. Okay, still looking at some slowdowns for our drivers through portions of Polk County. Good morning, Davenport. As you're headed through portions of 27 and 17, we've got a little bit of a slowdown there for both of our drivers, for both roadways, and drivers headed through them right now. As far as the rest of our Tampa Bay area roadways, well, we still have some stop and go traffic here along portions of I-275 as you're going to be getting southbound through that area, Tampa approaching I-275 and I-4 connector, and then the Selman Expressway for drivers headed towards that area as well, Channel Side, Water Street. You're going to see delays. Good morning to you as you're headed through Gibsonton along US 41. We've got areas and pockets of stop and go traffic and some congestion here along US 301 as well as for drivers through Valrico. Got a crash here not far from this area near Lumsden Road and State Road 60. Outside of that, we're looking at our bridges. Bridges are up to speed, but we do have some slowdowns along 275 for drivers through St. Pete. Looks like we got a crash popping up there on the Howard Franklin as well.
All right, thank you.